All right, so it's
almost 6:30.
we're supposed to be down at the dock already to get on the boat, but we're running late. Yeah, it's only like a 10-minute walk to get there, and the boat's supposed to leave at 7, so I think we should be okay.
Yeah.
But today's day 4?
I think it's day 5.
Day 4, day 5.
If we count the day that we arrived.
Yeah. But today we're heading over to
Isabela
Isabella Island, where we're going to go snorkeling tomorrow and figure out what we're going to do there later today. So, all right, to the docks. So in order to get to Isabella Island, it's a bit of a trek. It starts off by jumping on one of these small taxi boats which cost 50 cents per person, and honestly between the weight of all of us and our bags, it felt like we could capsize at any moment. Then we jumped onto this slightly larger boat. The tickets for this ferry ride were $30 per person each way. They said the ride could be anywhere between 1.5 to 2 hours, depending on how choppy the sea was that morning. And only a few times of people flying out of their seats due to choppy seas, we made it to Isabella, where we then had to do that same process in reverse, once again getting back onto a small water taxi. We then walked up the road a little ways to jump on a bus that then took us to our hotel.
Okay, we just got to our hotel on Isabela Island. Well, we've probably been here less than an hour. We got on the boat at 7 a.m. and now it's like 11 and I'm really hungry. Matt's over there hydrating, but we're gonna go out and explore.
All right, lunch down, siesta also down, and now we are off hiking to, where are we going?
Giant tortoise breeding center, but we heard that there's some flamingos on the way or nearby.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll find them. All right, so we were worried that this whole trail was going to be in the baking sun.
I mean, it
Might still be, but we found this trail. It looks like it's got at least a little bit of shade somewhere along it, and there's a whole bunch of iguanas on it, so time to go. Hey guys. It's perfectly splayed out. What up?
Okay, we've just been walking along this little boardwalk, nature trail thing, talking about the trip, what we still want to do, and then Matt just goes, "Oh, there's a flamingo."
He's over there. Might be kind of hard to see, but right... Oh, there's a hand. Right there. There's the flamingo. And a duck, but the flamingo's really what we're here for.
The flamingo looks big.
Looks like a normal-sized flamingo to me. So the good news, we found the flamingo. Bad news, there was only one flamingo. And more good news, we found the turtle sanctuary just before it closed for the day. Our guide took us on a very quick tour of the facility, which had a lot of the same enclosures and species as the Darwin Research Lab over on the previous island. But this island's reserve did have one thing that the other reserve did not, and that was babies that had been born that very day. So get ready for some really, really terrible footage because they had to keep it super dark in there to mimic the tortoise's natural environment and all that. And then on the walk back, we saw our flamingo friend again. He was still just digging around for some food. Apparently from March to July, they are much more numerous and often here to nest and raise their young. So unfortunately, we were just a little bit early to catch all of that. But there was at least this one bird, so whatever that's worth, I guess. Since our time on this island is kind of limited, we decided to go explore a couple more trails before we even grab some dinner for the night. That then led us to a trail that we had actually passed earlier that day, which was Concha de Perla, which is very close to where you got off the water taxis and onto the bus to take us to our hotel earlier that day. At the end of it, we found these kids that were just playing around, jumping into the water off the dock and having a great time. And then we decided to venture over to the docks where we had originally gotten off the boats this morning. So, still a little lost at what just happened.
We were wandering around. He came down to the boat dock where we got off the ferry this morning.
Hi.
Water taxi operator came up with the boat, and she was like, "Do you guys need to go somewhere?" And we were like, "No, we're just looking around." And she was like, "Well, do you want to ride?" And I was like, "Well, how much does it cost?" And she's like, "No, it's free. Just get on the boat." And it was sunset, so it's like, "Yeah, sure." So we went out on the boat.
And I got probably some of the best shots of my entire life.
Yeah, I mean, it was like perfect, beautiful sunset on the islands. Yeah, it was just great to have like a little sporadic moment like that turned into something really cool.
So I just want to jump in here real quick and say that none of the following shots have been color corrected or boosted saturation or anything like that.
I was a lonely girl. You were light in the world. Pulled me into your ocean.
These shots are exactly how we experienced that night, and I just want you to be able to experience that exact same night with us.
You were patient, love. You were opened up. You could hold every color. You remind me of a summer sky at dusk. You are bold, gentle wonder.
There was 2 other people on the boat, and they randomly got dropped off at this like sailboat in the middle of the water.
Bye, guys. Now time to go get dinner, but first we gotta walk all the way back to town in the dark. Probably some of the best shots of my entire life.
Yeah, I mean, it was like
On that boat ride.
perfect, beautiful sunset on the islands.
Saw penguins.
Saw some penguins. It was kind of dark, but
Hit a rock.
muy lejos.